Hey guys, so today we're checking out the Pro Series LED taillights with the jet black housing and the smoke blends fitting on 2016 and newer Toyota Tacomas. So if you're not a fan of your factory lighting, or you've damaged a taillight, or one is starting to fog up on you and you're just looking for an overall replacement, this is going to be a set that you'll want to take a look into. Now these will offer a big upgrade in styling with that all black or jet black housing and the smoke blends on the front, which is great for anybody who's a fan of the blacked out look or just wants some sleeker styling to the rear end of their truck. Now, not to mention, this will come with a polycarbonate lens on the front, so if you take your truck off-road and you want to make sure that your taillights are going to hold up and take a little bit of some abuse from any brush or branches while you're out on the trail, this one will definitely do so. Now, taking a look at the lights on the inside of the taillight here, this will come with 4 LED light bars that are going to have a fiber optic effect whenever they're illuminated, and they're going to be illuminated in a red color whenever your daytime running lights or your headlights are on. Now on the inside, you're gonna have a couple of LEDs and some really bright reflectors that will illuminate in a red color whenever you hit the brakes. So even though this does have a smoke lens, the LEDs inside are going to be incredibly bright, which will definitely turn some heads and of course make you more noticeable while you're driving around on the street. Now down at the bottom will be the spot for your reverse light. You will be swapping that over from your factory taillights. However, this does come with a very large chrome reflector on the inside, making sure that that still has a lot of brightness to it and helping you out with visibility while you're backing up. And then of course, down at the bottom, you're gonna get that standard red reflector. I personally like that it's down in the bottom. It gives it a little bit of extra style because it is pretty busy up top, but busy in a good way in my opinion. Now taking a look at the back of the taillight, as you can see here, this is going to have some factory style connections or factory style cutouts. Now essentially this will be plug and play. All you have to do is take your factory wiring harness with the socket, unplug the factory incandescent bulb and plug this into the bulb's place, making this a plug and play operation. Now of course you'll be able to just swap over the factory plug into your reverse light with the bulb included, but again, this makes for a super easy install. You don't have to do any additional wiring, especially when it comes to those light bars in there. Now this will also have factory style mounting locations and the clips included. Again, just making it very simple and a very easy install when it comes to a mod on your Tacoma. Now as far as pricing is concerned, these are going to come in at roughly $450, which will put it at a very average price point for taillights on the page. Now choosing lighting does come down to your personal preference, especially when it comes to the design. So this will definitely be more for the truck owner who's looking for a blacked out and dynamic look when it comes to not only the housing, but also the lighting on the inside. Now some other options may give you a blacked out look with the black housing, but they're not gonna have that smoke lens. So if you're a fan of the smoke lens in addition to the black housing, then this is going to be more for you. Now this will also again come with those light bars in the inside. Some other options don't have that. Some may have one or like a C style look to them. So if you're a fan of the multiple light bars that this gives and you are a fan of an LED taillight that just overall gives a very sleek look to the back of your truck, then this is gonna be it. Now the one big difference between this set and some other choices that may be a little bit more expensive is the fact that you will have to switch over that factory reverse light bulb, as to where some may be fully LED. Now again, I personally think if you don't necessarily care about that, if you're looking for more of the look and style as well as the bright LEDs when it comes to the running light and the brake light, then this is going to be a great choice. Now when it comes to install, like I mentioned before, everything is plug and play. It's going to be very easy to get these installed. So I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour with some very basic hand tools. Now one of our installers here is actually gonna walk you through that install step by step. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
Tools used for today's install, cordless impact, 10mm socket, and a microfiber cloth. Hey guys, so I'm going to be going over the installation process of your taillights on your Tacoma. Let's get started. All right, so now that we have our tailgate down, we got our cordless impact with a 10mm socket. And in order to remove your factory taillights, there's going to be 2 10mm bolts, one here and one here. We're going to go ahead and remove those now. All right, so once you have your two 10mm bolts, again, that's the very top one and then the very bottom one, you're going to take your taillight assembly and just pull straight out, just like that. All right, so now that we have our taillight out, we are going to remove each bulb because we are going to be reusing this bulb and we're going to be using these sockets. So in order to disconnect these, you're just going to turn counterclockwise and just be kind of fragile with these bulbs. Try not to touch them with your skin either. There's your center one and top one. Okay, the last step of the removal process, this bottom one is going to be a reverse light. We're going to leave that bulb in because that's going to transfer over to the new housing. But these two bulbs we're going to remove. Like again, you want to use a glove if you plan on reusing those at some point. And we are going to have to use these sockets, so we're going to leave those in. All right, now that we have our new taillight, first things first is you want to identify and make sure that you're on the right side. We are on the right side of the vehicle. There's going to be labeled or stamped R or L. All right, so now that we know that we have the right side, we are going to work on our center plug. You would plug it in just as you were a bulb, just like that. You're going to take your upper one, same thing. And then that lower bulb that we transferred over, we can put that in last. I really want to show you guys how to get these in. So once you get these connected, you're going to tuck that wire in and you're going to want to put this at almost like a 12 and 6 position and it'll go right in. If you don't do that, it will fight you. And then you're just going to turn it, find it, turn it in clockwise, and you're set to go on that one. You're going to repeat the same process on the bottom. There's that 12 and 6, slides right in. Kind of line it up. Here we go, clockwise. And for our backup bulb, again, you're going to reuse that. Push it in, clockwise, and that is the wiring harness section of it. All right, now it's time to put the taillight assembly back in. You're going to want to just kind of tuck these wires while pushing it in at the same time. And you are going to see these two pins, and we're going to line those up with the body. You should see white tabs. They're going to go right into there. Here's your top and bottom. After that, we're going to get those two 10mm bolts that we removed, start them in by hand. Then we're going to get our 10mm socket with our cordless and tighten these down. Again, be very careful with these threads because they are fragile. Give it a nice shake. You know you're secure. You're going to repeat this exact same process on the other side. All right, so that'll wrap up this review and install for the Pro Series LED taillights in jet black housing with smoked lens. Thanks for watching, and for all things Tacoma, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.